everybody. Welcome to Tuesday's Leadership Tip. Last week we talked about perception being reality, and once we know someone's perception of us, that may give us some insights into opportunities where we could grow and develop. Today I want to flip that around and look at the other side of the perception is reality formula. What does that mean? Well, it means that whenever I see somebody, then I have a perception, and whatever that perception is, that becomes the reality that I see. That's the lens that I look through. When I was teaching, I had a colleague, and I swear every time I saw him, he annoyed me. Absolutely annoyed me. I would see him walking down the hall and I would think, oh, he annoys me. He didn't even have to speak to me. And I thought, oh my gosh, he annoys me. He could be at the very end of the hall turning the corner and I would think, oh, he annoys me. That was the filter. That was the choice I was making. Everything he did annoyed me. John Maxwell talks about a tool that he uses, and he puts an imaginary 10 above everybody's head. And then he has to figure out, what do I have to do in order to treat them as if they really do have a 10 above their head? So my colleague, when I started putting a 10 above his head, oh my goodness, it was a lie, because I thought, no, I don't believe that. I think it's a 2, maybe a 3 on a good day. And yet that whole exercise has very little to do with the other person. It has everything to do with me. It really meant that when I saw a 2 or 3 above his head, I was acting like a 2 or 3 person. When I started to put a 10 above his head, it really challenged me to act like a 10 person. Now, many of you know that I'm a Christian, and sometimes I have to go to this place of saying, all right, well, God created that person, so there must be something great in them. Now, in parentheses, sometimes I hear, I don't think God knew how annoying you were going to be, but he created you anyway, so let me figure this out. And as I begin to look at what is great, my filter changes, my perception changes, and the way that I interact with that person begins to change. This week, see who annoys you and see who you become if you indeed put a 10 over their head. By placing that 10, we actually allow ourselves to live into the 10 that we can be. All right, y'all, have a great week.